Welcome back everybody, Max here with Cattle Hunting, and today we are going to do another junk silver purchase review here, guys. I got this bag from one of my coin dealers yesterday, and the story behind this is I went there last week after silver took quite a huge hit. That's what I anticipated when silver went back above 20 US 2 weeks ago. Again, I was pretty sure that the environment is not right for silver to be able to sustain those gains, so I was kind of expecting this dip and was kind of talking about it in my last video as well. And that is usually the time where I'm trying to get my hands on to cheap silver, is when you see those significant dips. So I stopped by at my coin shop last week, and he told me he has something that I might want, but he hasn't been able to buy it yet, because this was basically a customer dropping off a collection and him giving him a quote, and if that buy goes through, he said he has quite a lot of the stuff I like. So I went back yesterday and actually went ahead and purchased this bag. There are several things in here. It is predominantly pre-1936 Canadian junk silver. Then we have some US stuff, and then we also have a little bag of very collectible coins that I was super happy about and got for a very, very good price. But let's talk about the junk silver first a little bit. In times like these, when silver drops significantly, it's going to be extra hard to get silver anywhere near to spot price, especially because the dealers bought most of their silver still for the higher price, so they are not really able to sell their silver at a loss. So I was not expecting absolutely incredible prices, and the amount of silver that was there was a lot. There was a lot of this 1936 and earlier Canadian stuff, and I really liked that, so I bought almost all of it. But the price is a bit higher than I would usually like to pay. I paid 565 Canadian dollars for those two bags. Spot price equals 517 Canadian dollars. So I'm roughly 10%, maybe 9% over spot, which is a bit higher than I usually like to pay. But if you have price drops like this, you can expect that this is going to happen, and the quality of the coins looked good enough for me to actually go ahead and do the purchase. And I was also able to secure those collectible coins for a very, very good deal, and I will talk about those a little bit at the end of the video. These were not included in that price, so I paid extra for these, but the price for those was quite incredible, so I'm super happy with that purchase as well. Now I will dig into those bags of coins, sort them out, and then we see if we can find any key dates, any really nice condition coins. I know that there is a few non-George V and Edward VII coins, so I think there's 3 1948 key date quarters in there, which is the only thing I'm actually sure about what is in there. Everything else is kind of a surprise. So let me dig into it, have a look, and I'll show you guys what we got here. Right guys, I have all the junk silver here nice and sorted in front of me, and I am almost blown away by this purchase. This is a very, very high quality junk silver lot in my opinion. I found some amazing coins in here that I can't wait to show you guys. But before I do that, I just want to reiterate once that this is another situation that shows me how important it is to build a great relationship with your coin dealers, because I have not cherry-picked anything here, and it is basically exactly how I would pick it. And I've been dealing with this store for a long time, and he knows very much that what I like. So a few things that I want to point out is that every coin here is dateable, so I usually avoid buying the older Canadian coins if I can't read the dates, which is a problem because they age very, very poorly, especially on the obverse, and especially where the date is located. So you will have very, very many situations where these coins are going to be undateable or barely dateable. So I am super happy that everything here is in better condition. And on top of that, he put two $half in here, and they're both 1947, so he knows exactly what I'm buying, because that's kind of the only ones I would buy of modern Canadian $half in junk silver lots. So I'm super, super beyond happy with this. So let's start from the top here. We have a little bit of American, and we have 3 1964 Kennedys here. Just the majority of my stack is American junk silver, US constitutional silver, and I like this over the Canadian stuff to stack for my personal stack, because it's just easier to resell and it's more recognizable everywhere in the world than the Canadian stuff, and also usually commands a higher premium. So we have 3 Kennedys here. Then we have a peace dollar in 1922, unfortunately with a hole, but I got this for a junk silver price, so you can't complain about that. And then we have a total of 14 war nickels, which is something I don't love buying, but again, I have a deal with this shop that I will take most of the US junk silver, so I cannot be really picky because I don't think I can get US junk silver anywhere else for a similar price. So I'm happy to take those and do something with them in the future. So just some generic US here. Then we have $3.50 face value in 50 cents Newfoundland sterling half dollars. We have a bunch of 1917s, 1918, and then we have this really beat up Victorian 1898. None of those are very highly thought after years. Again, with the Newfoundland coinage, it is very, very rare on paper, but it's not very valuable unless you get into like high grades and very low mintage coins. But again, I love stacking these if I can get them for a good price, and I also had quite a bit of success trading those coins with other coin collectors, so I always like to pick them up if I can get them close to spot. Then we have those 1947 half dollars here. This one is cleaned, so it's not a beautiful AU coin, it's just cleaned. Neither of those have the maple leaf or the dot, which would make them a super low mintage coin, but again, they're definitely usually commanding a premium, so I'm very happy to pick them up anywhere near spot. And then we have a total of 10 sterling silver dimes here. Nothing really to report there, like all of them are dateable, but no key dates, nothing in really good condition. So let's get to the more spicy stuff. So as you guys can see, we have a lot of Canadian pre-1936 half dollars, and I love getting a lot of those because the mintage on almost all of those is quite low and you don't see so many of them. We have a 1929, actually two of them. Then we have a 1920, we have three 1919s, we have three 1918s, we have two 1917s, we have two 1913s, two 1912s, a 1911, bunch of 1910s, 08, two 07s, and the best coin of this is definitely the two 1929s. They have a pretty low mintage, but if you guys look down here where I put the better coins, this coin is absolutely amazing. This is a 1936 Canadian half dollar, 80% silver, and this is an absolute key date of the series. It's one of the three lowest minted Canadian half dollars, and this one only has a mintage of around, like, I think it's 38,000, something in that range, under 40,000, which is pretty incredible. And this one is like in actually pretty good condition. I mean, the front is almost perfect. The back has a bit of scratching going on around the face, but again, it has a lot of detail, and to get this for anything close to junk silver is very, very good and almost unbelievable. I don't think I ever found a 1936 half dollar in a junk silver lot, so that's a new for me. I'm super happy with this. In total, we have $22 face value of Canadian junk silver. Most of those half dollars are in better condition. Again, most of the ones you find will more look like this guy. The date is almost gone, very out of date. Many of them have no date, which I think reduces the already low mintage on those coins. So in my book, these coins are a very, very good future speculation coin because of the low mintage. Let's go down here to the quarters. We have a bunch of around 20 Canadian sterling silver quarters, and again, nothing really to report here. Most of them are just generic 1918s, 1919s, very common years, but again, all of them are dateable and in a better condition, so I love picking them up. To our left, we have three 1948s here, and then we have one more 1948, which is very, very, very beautiful. It's an unbelievable collect condition key date quarter. I looked at it under the microscope and it really doesn't look clean to me. I am not 1000% sure, you can never be, but this coin is in a mint state condition and in 1948, and I've never seen a 48 in a junk silver lot that is this nice, so I'm super happy with this one. And on top of that, we also had a 1915 quarter here, which is the absolute key date of that series, with only around 200,000 minted. Super happy to pick this one up. We got two very significant key date coins in one junk silver lot, and also have the semi key date 1948 in beautiful condition, so that's an absolute win in my book. And then the only foreign coin of the day is also quite interesting. This one is a 20-cent piece from British colonial China, Kuantang, colony. And these ones are not very collectible. They have insanely high mintages. I think this one is in 1919, if I was able to date the Chinese letters right. And this one has a mintage of around 200 million. They're 50% silver, but again, Chinese coins are super collectible. They're probably the most collectible coins in the world at the moment. So always happy to find anything Chinese close to spot. That's it with the junk silver here, and now let me just switch and show you guys the few collectible coins I bought, and I'm super excited to show those because this is really stuff you don't see all day. I'll be back in a second. Alright, to finish off the video, we have these 5 beautiful pre-Civil War US silver coins here. I'm super happy to buy these. I love collecting older US silver coins and also from other countries, so that is just a personal fable from me. I think as long as you are able to separate it very strictly from your stack and you don't get too greedy in terms of filling up your collection quickly, you can find a lot of great coins for great deals like I did today. This is 5 beautiful silver coins I'm very happy to buy. We have this beautiful 1860 S seeded half dollar. Especially the reverse is in very nice condition. Could be much better though. We have not much detail, but still, again, it's a low mintage coin, or not really low mintage, but definitely lower mintage, with around 400,000 minted. That is not super high for US half dollars, so I'm super happy to obtain this coin. Then we have this 1842 seeded dime. This one is pretty bad from the back side. I'm just going to turn it around for you guys. But the mint mark is clearly legible, and 1842 is not the hottest date for seeded dimes. We have probably around 2 million minted. But again, old seeded dime with a mint mark, I can't say no to that. And then down here we have 3 very nice 3-cent silver pieces. So we have an 1853. We have an 1852, and most of all we have this beautiful 1851, which is in very good condition. Unfortunately, the reverse is nowhere near as good as the obverse. We have a lot of scratching. Without the scratching, this coin would be absolutely amazing. But I'm still super happy to pick these up. This is some of my favorite US coinage, are those 3-cent silver pieces. Just to show you guys what else I buy. If it's not junk silver, it's usually stuff like this, more highly collectible coins. If you enjoyed the video today, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and also if you want to support the channel, the link for my eBay store is down below, so if you see any coins that you're interested in, just go ahead and check it out. Super happy to buy this purchase. Let me know which coins you like the most today and what you think about this purchase. Did I do well? Could I have done better? Would you have bought it? Let me know what you guys think, and I hope I see you guys back soon. Enjoy!